Namaskar dosto, hey. Hello friends, how are you? I hope everybody's been doing fantastic. I hope everybody's been getting some adventure before the year's end. If you're new to the channel, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking it out. I definitely appreciate it. And if you're already a subscriber and you watch my videos already, being that you're here and I'm here, I think it's safe to say that we're going on an adventure. Well, I wanted to do something different. I actually wanted to do the Upper Gorge Trail. Because in my last videos, I did the West Gorge Trail, I did the East Gorge Trail, and I kind of wanted to keep it in sequence, do the Upper Gorge Trail. Well, a subscriber of mine, well, I actually don't even know if he's a subscriber, but he does watch my videos. He kind of had something specific in mind that he wanted to see, and it was on my list. I was going to do it anyway, but I figure, you know what, it's not snowing yet, it's not super frigid out, which kind of would have went with the video that I'm going to do today, but oh well, it's nice for me to get out and walk. So Drew, this one's for you. Drew, you, I'm a poet and don't know it. And I'm looking up in there. I thought I seen something going down the side of the wall over there. Okay, I thought I seen an animal over there. Hopefully everybody can hear me because it's pretty loud down here. So what is it? What's the adventure going to be about today? Well, you ever watch that Bruce Lee movie where he's at the ice house and he finds out that they're smuggling drugs through the hollowed out ice, and then he kicks everybody's butt and he tries to put a stop to it? Well, if you get rid of Bruce Lee, you get rid of the drugs, you get rid of the fighting, you're left with the ice house. Well, that's exactly what our adventure is going to be today. Well, that's the topic of what it's going to be today. We're going to walk down to the ice house. If it was still there, we'd walk down to the ice house. Better yet, we're going to walk down to the Icehouse Dam and the area where one of many ice houses were. And the ice house that we're going to talk about today and see the area would have been the Big Cannoli. It would have been the big one. So let's all chill out and get this rolling. So a lot of the older generation, man, it's slick down here, so hold up. It's mud. It was raining, so it's muddy over down there. Kind of slick. So the older generation probably already knows, and the younger generation probably have no idea, but ice was a big part of the history in Youngstown. And it started right here. This is where it all happened, Mill Creek Park. And that's where we are today. We're in Youngstown, Ohio, in Mill Creek Park. I figured I'd start here, where I did my intro here. This is the Lake Glacier Dam. Now, this is man-made. This ain't a natural dam, but it's still pretty cool to look at. Still really awesome to look at. All year long, it's cool to look at. Summertime, wintertime, pretty fantastic. Now, behind this dam, let's walk over here. Behind the dam is Lake Glacier. And that's where all the ice cutting would have happened. This is where everything would have taken place. This is where the icemen would have came and cut the ice. Now, when they cut the ice, it had to be a specific depth. It had to be a certain thickness, and I think it was between 14 and 18 inches thick it had to be, which they actually took horses out on this lake. That was kind of like their surveying system. They would take the horses out and they would mark certain areas of where the ice was to be cut, and then the icemen would have came out on the lake and they would have had big tooth hand saws and they would have cut the ice by hand. Pretty intensive job, to say the least. A lot of labor. Now, like I said, Lake Glacier and in this whole area they would have cut the ice from. There would have been wooden skids, and it would have been all down this area right here. It would have came, and I think it was on this side, and it would have been all these planks down, and that's what they would have slid the ice. They would have pushed it here, it would have went down, and it would have went towards the ice house, and that's where we're going to walk to, but it would have went towards the ice house, eventually hitting the conveyor systems, which took the ice into the ice houses, into the cold storage units that they had, and that's how they would have worked that ice system. Sycamore tree. Yeah, Mill Creek Park is filled with sycamore trees. Get another shot for you of the dam. Again, if you're into photography, you want some long exposure water shots, this would be one right here. And it's flowing pretty good today. In the dry season, it still comes down, but it's, you know, it's bare spots here and there. Awesome, right? And it is pretty shallow, because usually you can't walk out there on that pad out there. That's usually covered up. Oh, that's cool. Look at that ivy right there on that tree. Wow. Yeah, I love trees. Man, that's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna continue walking down this road. It's not that far. Actually, if you see the bridges down there, you can see the couple bridges. There's the U-Haul building, which wasn't always a U-Haul building. I believe that was Isley's. I always like looking inside. You never know what you're gonna see. That's neat. Yeah, so if you wanna take a nice quick stroll and learn about the ice history, this would be the place. Now, one of the first people to build ice houses on the banks of the Mahoning River, which this isn't the Mahoning River, this is still Mill Creek. Mahoning River is going to be down further, and we'll get to that. You'll be able to see that. But John B. Booth, not to be confused with John Wilkes Booth, because then that would be a totally different conversation we'd be having of what happened here in Mill Creek Park with Honest Abe. And to be honest, I think Youngstown history of shooting, we wouldn't have needed that one anyway. But John B. Booth, he was one of the first to build ice houses on the banks of the Mahoning River. Now, he did have some partners. Actually, he had one that I know of, which was Alfred Smith, and he was actually from the Smith Brewing Company. So that's pretty cool. And then eventually over time, you know, everybody wanted to build ice houses. I believe in 1892, the Thomas brothers built some ice houses, and they formed the Crystal Ice Company. Now, they actually even made artificial ice. And I'm kind of guessing by artificial ice, I'm thinking that how we have those gel packs now that we put in the freezer, and then we end up putting in our coolers. I'm kind of guessing that is what that would have been. And then in 1908, the Youngstown Ice Company took over, and that was the big dog, the Youngstown Ice Company. And it was around for quite a while. Like I said, that was the big dog. Now, as everything goes in circles, you work for the big dog, you get hungry, you want a piece of the pie, so you branch off and you start your own business. So there was just lots and lots of ice companies, lots of ice houses, which I guess was kind of good, because then it wasn't a monopoly no more. You could get ice from different companies. People had a choice, and I always think that that's a good idea. There's the Riverside Gardens. So if you're driving through the park and you're at the gardens and you come down this hill, you can make a right and you'll be at the waterfall, the Glacier Lake Dam. And then if you make a left, you're gonna end up, and we're actually gonna see some foundation of the old ice house. We actually have quite a few ice companies in the area, and even in the surrounding areas. There's a lot of different ice companies, but there is still one ice company that is still around here that actually branched from the Youngstown Ice Company, and that would be Doms Icehouse. That's still here in the valley. Home City Ice, if you're thinking about Home City Ice, that's still in the area, but it did not start in Youngstown. It wasn't branched off from the Youngstown Ice Company. And it's a little snow coming down. You probably can't see it, but yeah, it's a little cooler over in this part of the park. Yeah, let's walk over here, huh? Let's see, be kind. Now this whole area here is they refer to it as the Mill Creek Bottom. Not too many people come over this way, except for the fishermen. The fishermen like this area. It is pretty brisk. It's pretty brisk down here. So we always got to look at the graffiti. This is underneath the 680 bypass here. It's the highway above us. Billy and Leanne. Wonder how they got out there. I don't think they walked on water. There's only one person I know who walked on water. Or they did it in the wintertime and they were unsafe. That right there is the Icehouse Dam. How cool is that? People kind of whiz by this area without even glancing at this stuff. Get out and check it out. It's pretty cool. And this is the last dam that Mill Creek goes through, and then it goes into the Mahoning River. So this is all Mill Creek, goes through that last dam, and now you're in the Mahoning River. we'll walk over that way over there. Showtime. Yes, it is. It is showtime. So again, I always have to say, when I do my videos, I'm telling you the history that I know. There's a lot more history that you can read about than just listening to me. I'm just giving you a little history with the walks that I go on. So, you know, if you want to add information, I definitely welcome it. So this spot right here would have been the Youngstown Ice Company. This is where the building would have stood, and I show you here in a minute. Let's go look at the dam. But right here, you see this? This is the old foundation block of the ice house. How cool is that? Like I said, people drive past this area and they just whiz on by, and there's just history right here yelling at you. It's cool. Yeah, this would have been the building. So we're walking now. I'm assuming back then, and I don't want to assume things because we all know that it makes out of you and me, but I'm gonna assume anyway that this was a man's job, that men worked here. Maybe they had a secretary that was a lady, I don't know, but I'm assuming men worked here and only men. So just think of the jokes they were telling. You know how guys are on their jobs. You know, they tease one another. I think guys have actually more drama than girls at work. But yeah, just think in the past of what was going on here, you know? That's awesome. Yeah, that's the bridge we were walking under. That's the 680. But yeah, this whole area was the Youngstown Ice Company. And on both sides of here, there would have been wheel powerhouses, water wheel powerhouses. I'm not exactly sure where, but they would have been on both sides of the river. Let's go take a closer look over here. All right, I guess we can walk down here. All right, there's Mill Creek before the dam. The water comes down. Man, that's an awesome view right there. Man, that's awesome. Water comes down, and now we're in the Mahoning River. This right here is the Mahoning River. Which is crazy because the Mahoning River starts in Alliance, which is actually south of where we are right now. But if you were to look at a topography map, you would see the different elevations, and water's going to go downhill, so you would see the way that it would work out. And then Mill Creek actually comes from Columbiana, which is also south. Man, it's getting cold. But Mill Creek is actually a natural spring, and it's in the basement of an old farmhouse. So that's some neat facts that maybe you didn't know. That's pretty cool. Now see, I don't know, like those blocks over there, I have no idea, because As a kid, I don't remember any of the powerhouses that were here. That was before my time. But you can see pictures. Actually, there's a good book, These 100 Years. There's a couple pictures of this area in that book, and it's all about Youngstown. If you go to, I want to say actually, if you go to the flower gardens in the basement of the center they have there, there's a little room, and it's history. It's not a big room, but it's small, but they have a lot of artifacts and a lot of pictures, and I believe they have pictures of this area as well. So you can check that out. But yeah, that would have been a sight to see, right? Just totally different landscape. There would have been just smokestacks of things. They're just totally different landscape. It would have just been amazing to see. Wish I could go back in time. See, I told you fishermen come here. There's a little bobber hanging. There's a couple of them over there. Lot of fish in here. A lot of fish in here. Wow. Look at that. How amazing, huh? Man, maybe we could crawl underneath that hole in there. I don't think we want to do that. See, so if you just drive past us, you wouldn't even know that was there. I wish I could get on that bridge. I would walk across it, but it's kind of gated. But there would have been the steps right there to go up over, and there's a turn right there. That part right there would have been a wheel or a lever to probably control the dam. We'll climb up here. Awesome, huh? I gotta hold on to my GoPro. My hands are getting cold. I don't want to drop it. That's a neat tree. Yeah, I would love to walk out on that. How cool would that be? Man. Now, you know what? Let's keep walking. We'll get a different view. We'll get a different view. Yeah, I think we'll walk over there. I'll show you the steps over there. But I really dig these foundations here. Just, I want to know what that era was like. Here's something else that would have been here. I was gonna show you something on my way back, but I don't know if I'll forget. I'm gonna show you now. There are, let me walk over here though. There are a lot of trees in Mill Creek Park that are cool as heck. You could actually spend all day with your camera taking pictures of trees. That's how unique a lot of them are here in the park. Okay, here's another wall. So I wanted to check out this damn wall. Get it? I wanted to check out that damn wall. Okay. You know, this spot right here, on these pillars, the geese lay their eggs. They make nests and they lay their eggs right there. But let me show you a tree that's right here. Yeah, it sounds nice. It's cold as this. The birds, man, that's great. That's great. Let me show you this tree right here. Check that tree out. How cool is that? Look at that. You got that one coming out straight. You got 3 trees. We'll take a closer look at it. There's no traffic. Look at that. How cool is that? Is that awesome or what? I told you, you could spend a whole day walking through Mill Creek and taking pictures of trees. Wow. Yeah, there's the U-Haul building, and back in the day, that was Isley's. You know, chipped ham, ice cream. Actually, the very top of that, up at the very top, above where it says U-Haul, there's like some windows you can see up top there. I've never been up there. I've always wanted to, and I actually talked to the people who work at U-Haul. They use it for storage up there now, but that used to be like a little hall where they used to have, you know, parties and stuff up there, like for the business, you know, for their workers and stuff. I guess it was pretty laid out up there. Yeah, see that pillar? Every year there's geese up there with their eggs. Yeah, see, if you look down, it's just, you see the metal. So was there a walkway there? There was a bridge. But there used to be buildings here. Like I said, there used to be powerhouses here, wheel powerhouses for water. Man, that's awesome. And there's a different view of the dam. If I can walk down there, I'll walk down there. We're already out, right? Now there's the Mahoning River. And there he is. There's a couple ducks. Yeah, there's more coming. They're all flowing down the Mahoning River. How about that? Maybe they came all the way from Alliance. I don't know. I tell you what, there's an idea for your next vacation. Get yourself a kayak, get yourself an inner tube. Could be any inner tube, could be a tractor inner tube, could be one of them fancy unicorn inner tubes. Hop on in. Well, I don't know, if you're feeling froggy, maybe jump in Lake Glacier, go over the couple of the waterfalls, hit this dam, come down, hit the Mahoning River. But now make sure you have enough vacation time at work to make this trip in this vacation. With all the tributaries that the Mahoning River goes through, you can take this and you can end up in the Gulf of Mexico. So maybe that's an idea for a vacation. That'd be one heck of an adventure, right? Yep, you would end up all the way in the Gulf of Mexico. You get to see the Mississippi River, Beaver Creek, the Shenango, see all that, all the different tributaries. It's a better glimpse of the U-Haul over there. Mill Creek Gardens. Now, if you're into geocaching, anybody into geocaching, that's where you go out. Usually you have like a GPS coordinate, you follow this, and people hide. It could just be, it could be a little box with a paper in it, you sign it, whatever. People hide like trinkets, coins, whatever in them. It's a big treasure hunt. There are some geocaches here, and there is one, but you may have to climb to get it. I'll give you that hint. Look at that wall. And that right there is Mahoning Avenue. Right there. that bridge. Man, I left, it wasn't this cold. It's freezing. Let's see what's over here. I think we can go down there. What do you say? Should we do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh man. Oh man, it's cold. Wow. Yeah, people come down here and fish. Yeah, just think, we're standing in history. I'm gonna have to look for some old photos of what the area looked like. I want to find some photos with the power houses, the power plant houses on the side. Yeah, I guess we can get pretty close down here, huh? That's cool. Man, that's awesome. Now, I didn't bring my camera today. I wish I would have. I don't know about you, I get excited about stuff like this. Wow. Yep. Close-up look at the Icehouse Dam. That's awesome. All right, I think it's time for me to start heading back, but I'm gonna show you those steps before I go, because it's, like I said, it's a lot colder than I thought. I walked out the front door this morning, and I was like, it's not too bad. But I guess being this cold, it kind of goes with, you know, the Icehouse thing. Fantastic. That is fantastic. All right, just if you do decide to come down here to take a look, just be careful, because you never know what's what you're gonna step on down here. And it's slippery, you don't want to fall in there. Yeah, we might as well walk the steps, right? I think we should. Oh, man. How cool. How cool is this? I think we can see the dam from up here too. Man, it's cold. All right, I did my climbing today. How about that? All right. And I'll show you where this goes. Then I gotta walk back down. And you'll just end up here. Glenwood Avenue. You're on Glenwood Avenue. All right, time to go back down. I do like these steps though. That's cool, right? Man, look at that. That's awesome. Just don't climb these steps in the wintertime because I'm sure they're icy, and boy would that hurt. Yeah, we didn't walk over here, did we? Nope. So yeah, that was the little hike slash walk that I wanted to do today. I'm gonna try to get in one more video. What's that? One more video before the year's end, hopefully. I know this one I'll be posting in a few days, so that works out. At least I'll have one before the year's end. I'm gonna go for 2. And there she is. There she is. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna kind of end the video at, right here. So yeah, I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm usually doing hikes, but I do some towers and stuff like that. The occasional food critic every now and again. But I want to thank you personally for watching the video. I hope you stick around. I hope I see you on the next adventure. And that being said, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas too. Like I said, hopefully I get one more video in before the year's end. But if I don't, everyone have a Merry Christmas. With all that being said, I think it's a good idea to relax and recap on the history of Youngstown, on the ice history of Youngstown. So I think what you should do, now hear me out, I think what you should do is get dressed, hop in your Avani, head down to Farmore, buy a case of Pepsi, go home, get your South High Warriors glass, fill that glass with ice, pour the Pepsi in, take a sip. History. Verder Melange.